Right, it's Friday and I'm having another time out. This is the place that was recently sold. You can see they've got a skip out the front now, so maybe the new owners are already getting into working on the place. The dog's still there. Presumably that's from the previous owner, but then again they might be an investor, so that person might stay on. You just don't know. Lots of things can happen. This is a place that always leaves free stuff to pick up. They've done that twice, but it's been a while. Maybe they'll do something for Christmas, who knows. Generous people there by the looks of things. Anyway, I've got to go to Big Bad Cairns Central to get medical crap done. Still debating whether I should go to Thailand, and a lot of people are doing the same. It's a topic that certainly is causing a bit of concern amongst potential travellers. I do need the trip though, mentally, so I've got to have something to look forward to. Like I say, I'm in a bit of a rut, which is crazy, but I mean, it's a nice rut. It's a much more comfortable rut than I had in when I was living in Parramatta Park, I admit that. So that's something. I think you've always got to look at the positives in life, and things have improved for me overall, but the social aspect is definitely better for me when I'm overseas, and you know, I haven't done that for 2 years now, so it's not a surprise that I'm feeling a little edgy about things. I'm also considering, I keep forgetting to do this, but I should look up for airfares down to Brisbane. I should actually do a short trip prior to my big trip, either prior to Christmas or maybe just after. After might be better, because if I get, the more time I can get away from here during summer, it's probably better. And maybe in January would be a good time to go down there. Anyway, I'm not sure. Have to work that one out. But yeah, probably should do a short trip. Sounds like that's the bus coming, because it's an early start today. The bus leaves at 8:15 rather than 20 past, and the next one's 20 past 9. I presume it does that because there's more traffic this time of day. I'm probably going to cop the school kids, unfortunately. Can't do much about it. I've got to get to a medical facility at 9:30 in Cairns, so I really have no alternative. At least I know I won't miss the bus. That's it there, so that's good. Okay, so there's another dog up in the corner here, and of course as soon as I walk across the road and chat at all, it'll start barking its head off. Some things don't change. It's like when you travel the bus up here, you see the same people travelling at the same hours. It's especially from this part of the world. There's only about 3 or 4 passengers that leave from here. It's at one particular time. Anyway, it's just a couple of school kids, but it's very quiet. Kewarra gets bugger all bus passengers. It's all down Trinity Beach way. So just like I say, once I ever consider including us in the Clifton Beach and Palm Beach bus, that would be good, because you don't have to spend a half an hour going through Trinity Beach. That would work out better for everybody, I think. Anyway, there's no cars parked up there, no obstructions, and the dog hasn't barked yet. Give it time. Anyway, I've been housebound for a week. I need to get out. It's good for me anyway. I'm also going to pick up another bottle of cheap gin at Murphy's. So I've ordered that online. And I put Lynn onto that. She didn't realise how much of a discount you get there, so she got me to buy a bottle as well when she came round a week or so ago. Anyway, it's a nice day. It rained a little bit earlier, but it's been fairly dry in recent times, so it's been quite good. So yeah, things could be worse. And hopefully once I get all this crap out of the way today, get the appointments out of the way, then I can come back, pick up my grog, do a bit of shopping at Woolworths. That's going back a bit Safeway. When they delivered yesterday, they couldn't deliver a few items again, so I'm going to have to make up for the ones they couldn't deliver. Yeah, they couldn't deliver rice, and they couldn't deliver the yogurt, so I've got to actually get some of that. And there was some other item too, but it wasn't such a big deal. But yeah, I definitely need to get the yogurt and rice, and rice, and I probably should might get myself a cheap pizza at Woolies. They're on special this week. Okay, I'm back in Cairns Central, about quarter of an hour early, 9:15. It was interesting, the same people on the bus from Kewarra, and there are a couple of women who look like they work all the way in the city, because they hadn't even got off this stage, so I guess they can get off at the main stop. So it's a hell of a commute if that's what they're doing. I'd hate to have to do that every day, because there'd be in excess of an hour's bus trip there and back each day, so not great. But yeah, there's this woman with the kids that got on, and she normally gets on at a stop after mine, but she got on earlier, so that was a bit strange. And she dropped the kids off at a different school to what she. Oh no, I think it was the same school. That's what she. Oh no, it was a different stop actually. She dropped them off at a different stop too. So yeah, there's a bit of variety there. But there's the old faithful, a middle-aged guy who's going to uni. God knows what sort of course he's doing. Always gets on at the Trinity Beach bus stop where the beach is. And yeah, he was there. And I don't know what sort of crappy propaganda he has to endure at doing that course, but who knows? I wouldn't bother going to university these days unless it's a vocationally based course. And even then I'd be checking it out very thoroughly to make sure it's not loaded with propaganda. Maybe that's just me. Quite a breeze today. Looks like there might be a bit of rain later on, but not a bad day. It's a little cooler actually, it's not too bad. So I might as well get there early. I have to wait the queue there. There's always a long wait to get to see the dock. That's just the way it is. It's Saturday, a fairly busy day so far. I've actually booked a few airline tickets already because there's been a couple of sales on, and I looked at one or two of the local rags online, and Tropic Now that I still refer to from time to time, but they're not very up to date. They don't update very often, not on a daily basis like Cairns Post. So I haven't found them as useful recently. They probably just need to get more reporters. It's probably done with a shoestring and they just can't afford to, so fair enough. But they did inform me about a sale that Jetstar had on, which was basically you pay for one end of the journey and you get the return journey free of charge. So I took advantage of that and actually booked a return ticket initially from Cairns to Sydney, so I could connect with my international flight. And I reckon I saved about $100 doing it that way compared to the fare that I'd worked out previously. So it was definitely worth doing. So it was about $260 or something like that I was up for. But I also joined the club Jetstar, which gives you discounts in the future. Whether or not I'll get much benefit out of that's line ball. I may have been a dumb move actually joining it. Just depends how much travel I'm going to do next year. I might do a bit, because seeing we've all been sort of tied down in Oz for so long. I imagine I'm like many people, I just want to get a lot of travel out of the way. I do intend to go back to Saigon. And also, I actually booked a ticket to Brisbane before my international trip. So I'll go up there. And again, I took advantage of this sale that was on with Jetstar. So the actual return fare without any extras is only $84, which is just phenomenal from Cairns to Brisbane return. That is really good value. But I actually decided to get an extra 7 kilos of carry-on luggage, and also it gave me a seat allocation, and I could actually convert this the money I spent on this airfare as a credit. So it gave me a fair few options, and I decided, well, seeing the original fare was so cheap, even double's not bad value with all those extras thrown in. So I went that way. I didn't want to take another piece of luggage. I didn't want to get checked luggage for that trip. Too much of a hassle. I'll do that on the big trip, but not on a trip just down to Brisbane. So what I got was an extra 7 kilos of carry-on luggage, and that'll definitely cover all my needs for a short trip down to Brisbane. So that's good. I'm actually going to go to Brisbane, catch up with my friend Steve, and have a few drinks at the bar with him, and I think I'll probably be staying a little further out of the city in a place called Greenslopes. It's near a private hospital, and it's only about a 10-minute ride in on public transport into the city, so it's not far, and he's right in the centre of the city, so it's not an issue. He tried calling me today after I texted him about this information, and the volume of my ringtone was reduced to 0 again without me knowing it. It's very annoying. I wish there was some indication somewhere telling me that, or a warning or something, because this has happened with my previous Motorola as well. For some reason, it must be maybe when you reboot the phone, it reduces it to 0. It's terrible. It's the worst feature I've ever heard of. So I've missed phone calls because of this. So basically, if I send another text, I'm going to make sure that my ringtone is up to scratch. So it's very damn annoying. Yeah, I did have a productive morning today. I decided to finally move those plants that I've been using as a backdrop for these outdoor blog updates. I've actually planted them in the back there. You can see just on either side of the banana plant, there's now 2 other plants. And I'm just trying to provide a bit of screening to my neighbour next door. That's the intention. It's got to wait for the damn things to grow and spread out, but it is providing a little more shade. There's another gap directly to the left of me. I hope I'm not too much in shade here, just the way I've framed this shot. I'm probably faded out a bit, and the background's sort of more highlighted, but you don't want to see my ugly mutt anyway. It doesn't really matter. So that's basically all been done. I've got to do my mowing today. That's another task I've got to get out of the way. I've been putting off. And yeah, basically I need to get my arse into gear, because I've been very lethargic and unmotivated, and I think you just got to pull your finger out and get things moving, and so I've done that, and yeah, so that's good. Yesterday was annoying. The whole morning was taken up with all the medical crap. What was annoying is that I had to have 3 separate things done, and in each case I had to bloody queue up each time. So I reckon I spent probably at least an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours waiting to get the things done. They didn't take long, any of these procedures, but it was the bloody waiting. That's what. It's really annoying. So I got down there at 9:30 down in Cairns, and I didn't get out of the medical facility till about 11:30. So I could have been waiting for 2 hours. So I must have been waiting I reckon the bulk of that time I was waiting. I reckon well in excess of an hour or so. Anyway. It is annoying, but you can't do much about it sometimes. But it was good to get out of the house anyway. I've got to admit, psychologically I did feel better coming back. And I didn't get the school kids when I came back, because I thought I had to do a diversion back to Smithfield to pick up my cheap gin, and also do some shopping at Woolies. And I did get the bus that I got didn't pick up. Well, I picked up a couple of school kids, but it wasn't the bulk of kids. When the bus pulls up and you just get crowded out with kids, that's when it's a real pain. because not only does it take a long time for the bus to fill up, secondly, they've got to basically get off at each different stop, so the whole journey is stretched out maybe by 20 minutes or so. It's a real pain, so it's something to be avoided if you can. I could have actually got the changed on the Cook Highway for the from the 111, which is the Kewarra Beach bus, to the 110, which is the Palm Beach bus. And the advantage of the Palm Beach bus is it doesn't meander through Trinity Beach. It goes straight to the to Smithfield, I think. I don't even know if it goes to the university. Maybe it does. Anyway, it's a much more direct route anyway. So that I could have got it because it actually, there was a bus parked in front of us when we got to that stop when I was going to Cairns. Trouble is, there's no advantage in me getting there early because I already had an appointment and I'd worked out the timings with the transport. So yeah, it wouldn't have done me any good. Anyway, that's basically my update. My shares, the IAG ones recovered a bit. They're in profit to a marginal extent, not enough to make them worth selling. The CBA shares recovered a little bit. They went up by about 1%, but they're still in the hole though. Way overreacted action to not just flat learnings. I don't know why the market punished them so much, but you get used to that. The stock market's a crazy place. It doesn't make sense half the time, so it's just the way it is. Anyway, that's it's a nice day. It's cooler today, so I felt like I could actually move some earth and build up a couple of mounds and plant a couple of those fern type trees that are were in pots. They're very root bound, so they definitely needed it. And so I used the good soil and I covered it with mulch, and hopefully they'll do as well as the other ones over there are doing. I've just got another gap there, another plant to put in. I might do that later today or tomorrow. I've still got to get the mowing done, so I want it to be a productive weekend. And I might pop down to the beach just to sort of soak up a bit of the old sea breeze, which is always nice. Seeing I'm living here, may as well do it. But I'm looking forward to going to Brisbane. I don't think I've ever really been to Brisbane. I've never really checked it out. If I have been there, it's only been for a very short time. But this time I'll have a decent trip there, and of course I'll document it for you guys. So that's basically it for me. Please give me a thumbs up and thumbs down. You can still do the thumbs down. Comments, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much.